was a bitterly cold February afternoon in 1957 when a young college student walked through the underbrush of Fox Chase, a quiet neighborhood in Philadelphia. He wasn't looking for trouble, just wandering through, hoping to catch a glimpse of the girls at a nearby home for wayward youth. But something caught his eye, a large, discarded cardboard box, partially hidden among the trees. Inside, something pale. At first he thought it was just a doll. He moved on. But 2 days later, haunted by the image, he returned and made a gruesome discovery. Inside the box was a body of a young boy, naked, wrapped in a simple checkered flannel blanket. He was small, frail, no shoes, no clothes, and most disturbingly, no identity. They were met with a heartbreaking sight. The boy, estimated to be between 4 and 6 years old, had been brutally beaten. His small frame was riddled with bruises. His hair had been freshly and unevenly cut. Clumps of it still clung to his body. His feet and hands were wrinkled, as if he had been submerged in water before being placed in the box. The box itself was a clue. It had once contained a bassinet from JCPenney, but despite tracing the purchase, investigators hit a dead end. No records, no receipts. No one who had bought it could be found. For detectives, this case was like nothing they have ever encountered. A child, beaten and discarded, yet no one had reported him missing. No parents, no family, no friends looking for him. The case quickly made headlines. Flyers with the boy's face were distributed all across Pennsylvania. His description was broadcast on radio and television. Tips flooded in, but they led nowhere. Was he a runaway? An abandoned child? A victim of a cruel and unimaginable crime? Theories spread like wildfire, and detectives chased down every lead they could. One of the first major theories came in 1960 when an investigator named Remington Bristow turned to an unusual source, a psychic. She led him to a local foster home, where Bristow noticed something strange, a bassinet, identical to the one from JCPenney, and blankets, just like the one the boy had been wrapped in. Bristow became convinced that the boy had lived there, that he was the secret, illegitimate child of one of the foster home's owner's stepdaughter. According to his theory, the family had tried to cover up his existence, but something went horribly wrong. It seemed like a breakthrough, but without evidence, police couldn't make an arrest. Another dead end. 40 years later, in 2002, a woman known only as M came forward with a chilling story. She claimed she knew exactly who the boy was and how he died. According to M, the boy was named Jonathan. Her abusive mother had purchased him from another family in 1954. For years, he endured horrific abuse, beatings, starvation, neglect, until one night, after vomiting up baked beans, his mother snapped. She beat him to death in a fit of rage. To hide the evidence, M claimed her mother bathed the boy, wrapped him in a blanket, and left him in the woods, hoping no one would ever find him. It sounded plausible. The autopsy confirmed that the boy had eaten baked beans before he died. His hands and feet were wrinkled, as if they had been submerged in water. But could M be trusted? Without any physical proof, her story was just that, a story, unsolved. The boy in the box remained nameless, a forgotten child, but in 2022, technology finally caught up with the case. Investigators extracted DNA from the boy's remains and uploaded it to a genetic genealogy database. Bit by bit, they pieced together his family tree, and finally, they got his name. On December 8, 2022, police announced that the boy in the box was Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born January 13, 1953. He had siblings, he had parents, he was real. After 65 years, Joseph finally had his name, but justice, that remains elusive. Who killed Joseph Augustus Zarelli? His parents? A stranger? Someone trying to erase his existence? Police say they have their suspicions, but no arrests have been made. His case is still open, his story unfinished. What do you think happened to Joseph? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this story compelling, like, subscribe, and join me as we uncover unsolved mysteries. Until next time, stay safe.